In this episode, we're going to be discussing one of the 6 factors of influence: consensus. Before diving any deeper, I wanted to give credit to where this information is coming from. Dr. Robert Cialdini has written 2 books on the subject, Influence and Persuasion. His work is the backbone of behavioral science and marketing. This factor of influence comes into play when people are uncertain. They will generally look to the crowd or look to what other people have done or are currently doing to help them make decisions now. Another way to describe this factor is social proof. You may notice with the rise of social media over the last number of years, we tend to look at what celebrities are doing or what our friends are doing on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and that can help drive our decisions. I know there are a lot of digital marketers out there or influencers that have decent sized number of followings, and they can influence the people who follow them by suggesting products or courses or books, and people like to look to other people to get advice from or ideas of what to do next. One of the fantastic examples that Dr. Robert Cialdini uses in his book is when hotels ask their guests to reuse their towels. Usually they do this by using an environmental trigger, by telling the guests that they're saving energy. Sometimes they just let them know by saying many other guests will use the same towels for their short stay. The hotels that do this by putting a card in those bathrooms see a 35% increase in their guests reusing those towels, which is pretty cool when you think of the environmental impact that can have across all the hotels in the world. For me, this factor of influence is one of the ones that is the most ethical. You really can't fake what other people are doing and saying. You can't influence people maybe with the odd line saying, oh, many other people choose to do this. However, once you find out that many other people don't do that, you will no longer trust that person or that company or whoever told you that many people did this certain thing. Social proof or consensus can get used in many different environments. Just looking at platforms like Uber and Airbnb, their whole ethos is pretty much based on rating the guests and hosts or driver and passengers. And the more stars or the higher rating you get, the more social proof there is out there that your home or your room that you're renting or the car that you're driving or your skills as a driver in Uber are fairly high. I tend to use Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb to help influence my decisions of whether I'm going to go to the cinema or not. If there's a movie coming out that I kind of like, I might wait until after the first weekend to see whether the crowd or the consensus or the social proof of other people have scored that movie well. If a movie that I didn't even know about pops up on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, very highly scored and highly recommended, I might even make the decision of going to the cinema to see it because of those recommendations. And this is me being 100% influenced by consensus, by social proof, and by other people's thoughts and opinions on what they're doing. I actually enjoy this as a way to help guide me through my decisions. I will look to the crowd, I will look to other people's consensus on what and where and when I want to spend my time. This factor of influence obviously gets used quite a lot on social media. Whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, when people land on your page on purpose or by accident, they can be influenced by how many followers you already have. If you're lucky enough to be someone who has a growing channel or a growing page with lots of followers and lots of likes, you might find that you're picking up those likes and followers a lot easier than you were when you were first starting out. People tend to look at likes and subscribers as the social proof that you're tried and tested and that you're somebody who's worth following. You can help me build my social proof by hitting that subscribe button today. Also, if you like this video, you can go ahead and hit that button. Conveniently, that will help also to build my consensus and social proof. If you want to check out other videos that I've done talking about factors of influence, I will make them appear here at some point in the end screen. My mission here is to deliver bite-sized videos each week that can hopefully help you start your journey of success by understanding business, marketing, and personal development a little bit better. Thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you next time. And as always, make it a good one.